Monsieur le Président et Messieurs les vice-présidents de l'Assemblée, Mesdames et Messieurs les chefs des délégations et les délégués, Madame la procureure, Monsieur le greffier, Madame la présidente du conseil de direction de fonds affectation spéciale au profit des victimes, Excellences, Mesdames et Messieurs. C'est un honneur pour moi de prendre la parole devant la présente Assemblée pour la troisième fois en tant que président de la Cour pénale internationale. C'est la dernière fois que j'aurai l'occasion de le faire. Mon mandat se terminera le 10 mars prochain. Je regrette qu'en raison du protocole lié à la COVID-19, qui est toujours en vigueur à la Cour en ce qui concerne les rassemblements en présentiel, je dois prononcer cette allocution à distance et ne puisse le faire en personne. À la Cour, nous avons également dû organiser des audiences à distance afin de limiter le nombre de personnes physiquement présentes dans le prétoire. Le nombre d'infections continue d'augmenter aux Pays-Bas comme ailleurs. Bien que les autorités néerlandaises dispensent les organisations internationales de la limitation du nombre de participants aux réunions à 30 personnes dans le même espace physique, il est toujours prudent d'interpréter cette exception à la lumière de la règle générale selon laquelle tout le monde est appelé à travailler à distance, sauf lorsque cela est matériellement impossible. Aussi, ce discours est-il prononcé à distance, tout comme celui de mon allocution annuelle devant l'Assemblée générale des Nations unies. As this is my valedictory speech, it would be ideal to use the opportunity to review some of the achievements of the past 3 years when I served as the President of the Court and reflect on some other areas where more work needs to continue. I cannot do justice to that discussion in the allotted time of just 10 minutes. I will therefore confine that fuller discussion to the written version of this speech, which will be posted on the website of both the Assembly and of the Court. Suffice it to say now that I leave the Court with a sense of immense gratitude to all of you who have given me support and understood what drove me both at the personal level and in my efforts to serve the Court's mandate. I have received immense support and encouragement from the Secretary General and the Deputy Secretary General of the United Nations and the various members of their senior management team, from heads of state and of governments of many states, from cabinet ministers of various states and their senior colleagues in governments, from ambassadors here in The Hague and in New York and their colleagues in the various missions, from the vice presidents of the court, my fellow judges, the prosecutor, the deputy prosecutor, the registrar, staff of the court, from counsel before the court, from members of civil society, and from academics of various countries, not only in countries that are state parties to the Rome Statute, but also in countries that are not yet states parties. I am bound to note in this regard that some of the strongest support and encouragement that I have received have come from academics in the United States. For all this support and goodwill, I shall remain forever grateful. It is certainly true that the 3 years have been very exhausting at times, and there have been episodes of bottomless frustration for which it is all too tempting to feel relief at the sight of light at the end of the tunnel. But all that pales in comparison to the immeasurable privilege of having served this court as its president for the past 3 years and as a judge for 9. The experience has been infinitely rewarding, and I feel truly blessed to have had the chance. A few of you may already know this story, but many of you do not. 53 years ago, a 4-year-old boy was caught up in a brutal civil war in which many innocent human beings lost their lives. At the time of that war, that little boy had not yet started formal schooling, let alone harbor any dreams of his own to become a lawyer later in life. Today, that little 4-year-old boy is a middle-aged man humbled by the privilege of saying to you, "Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to serve as a judge and as the president of this international court, a primary instrument of peace and human dignity in our world. As I take my bow, I will pledge to you my commitment to seize every opportunity available to me to continue to advocate for support and strengthening of this court in order that it can continue to strive to achieve its fullest remit as an instrument of peace and human dignity in every corner of our world." Comme je l'ai dit plus tôt, le reste de mon allocution sera présenté par écrit. Pour le moment, permettez-moi de vous dire très sincèrement merci.